That's it. We're here, the 12 disciples.
So good to have you here. So let's start our morning with a prayer. In this moment, let us pause and take a slow, deep breath and focus on our heart center. Let us acknowledge that the love of God is a grand love. It is all-embracing and freely given. Let us take a moment to dwell on this truth. Let us fill our minds with the understanding that God's love is always available to us. God, I thank you that you are love itself, and you have created me out of the love to express your love in this world. Your love fills me, and its healing power touches every area of my body, temple, restoring and revitalizing it. In this moment, I open up my mind to you so that my consciousness may become saturated with the beauty of your love that forgives all, harmonia, all, and blesses me to experience oneness with you. I am one with God. I am one with love. I am love, and so it is. Okay, would you please stand with me as we do our affirmation, our visions, and our mission statement. Let's start with our affirmation. I live in divine alignment, guided by spirit through purpose, silence, meditation, and prayer. Our vision statement, a world family of oneness, peace, and love. And our mission statement is to inspire spiritual growth and service through the active practice of love, prayer, faith, joy, and honoring everyone as a child of God. Okay, and we're going to please stay standing as we're going to sing together our awesome song, and I'm going to try to say it. Ho'opono no pono. Ho'opono pono. Woo! It's awesome.
Are you living in a world that seems so unforgiving? Living a life that seems so unfulfilling. Ever had the feeling like you just want to get away? There is an answer to the madness, the old Hawaiian way. You gotta ho'oponopono day and night. Ho'oponopono gonna make things right. Let a little love into your heart. You gotta ho'oponopono throughout the day. Ho'oponopono the Hawaiian way. Love and forgiveness is a start. You've got to open up your heart. Let a little love in. It'll put a big smile on your face. You've got to open up your heart. Let a little love in. It'll put a big smile on your face. Some days things just don't seem to be going right. Everything you're doing just puts up a fight. You got some bad feelings that don't want to go away. There is an answer to the madness, the old Hawaiian way. You gotta ho'oponopono day and night. Ho'oponopono gonna make things right. Let a little love into your heart. You gotta ho'oponopono throughout the day. Ho'oponopono the Hawaiian way. Love and forgiveness is a start. You've got to open up your heart. Let a little love in. It'll put a big smile on your face. You've got to open up your heart. Let a little love in. It'll put a big smile on your face. Ho'oponopono day and night. Ho'oponopono gonna make things right. Let a little love into your heart. You gotta ho'oponopono throughout the day. Ho'oponopono the Hawaiian way. Love and forgiveness is a start. You gotta ho'oponopono all day long. Ho'oponopono gonna make you strong.
Okay, let's take some time to greet our neighbors with a hug or a handshake. Yay. Well, this morning we want to welcome each other. I think we did a pretty good job of it, but let's do it together as we say to each other, aloha and God bless you. And remember, there's refreshments after, so we want to make sure we have a little more time to spend together, love each other, and get to know each other better, right? I love that part of unity. Yes. For our announcements today, I always like to remind you that if you have something on your heart that you need prayer for and would like others to join in with you, there are papers in the back that you can fill out and put it in the prayer box, and it will be prayed over here and then sent to Silent Unity, and it will be prayed for 30 days. So, you know what? God loves to say yes. So let's put them in there and see results, see exciting things happen around here. And now Patrick is going to come and give us the rest of our announcements. Woohoo!
Thank you, Cindy. Good morning, everybody. So congratulations to Lauren Wilkin, our team member of the month. Thank you, Lauren. Mahalo, Lauren, for your loving service to our spiritual center. We're so blessed to have you here at Unity of Kona. Lauren, your can-do attitude, willingness to offer needed support, and to share your time, energy, and talents is greatly appreciated. You're a bright and shining light, and we're grateful for your spirit of aloha and loving service. We love you. Thank you so much. Some of our ohana are in need of food items. Please bring foods that do not require refrigeration and not much cooking, such as canned food and packaged dry goods. The box at the top of the stairs labeled Hawaii Food Basket will be used to collect them. Mahalo nui. Rev Sophia, with great joy in her heart, will be reaching out personally to connect with Unity of Kona members. If you're not a member and would like to schedule a one-on-one conversation, there's a sign-up sheet at the back of the sanctuary to add your name, or feel free to email unityofkona@gmail.com with Minister's Call in the subject line. Kindly include your name, phone number, and the best days and times to reach you. Join us today at 12 noon following fellowship for the Spiritual Gifts Workshop, where you will reconnect with your true self, identify your unique expression, and discern your individual spiritual gifts. Reverend Sophia will be leading the workshop via Zoom, so you can either remain after fellowship here in the sanctuary or connect via Zoom from your home. Many have already signed up for the workshop and should have received an email from Reverend Sophia with a pre-workshop spiritual gifts inventory for you to complete prior to the workshop. This is offered on a love offering basis. Hope to see you guys there. Reverend Sophia will lead the Metaphysics 4 class beginning Friday, June 27th from 8:30 to 8:30 to 10 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time. You can join whether or not you took any of the previous classes. This is an online course, so you can join from anywhere. We will study the creative process, metaphysical basis for wholeness and health, and metaphysical basis for prosperity. The sign-up sheet is at the back of the sanctuary, or you can email unityofkona@gmail.com with metaphysics class in the subject line. There are 2 books available for purchase at $25 each, donated by Candy, offered on a love offering basis. The Metaphysics 4 workshop class is. Unity's next circulation and bake sale is this Saturday, June 28th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. here in the sanctuary. Gather your slightly used items and bring them before or after service, or at 8 a.m., 1 hour before the doors open on Saturday the 28th, to be added to our tables. There is a sign-up sheet at the back of the sanctuary if you would like to add your name, if you would like to participate in the bake sale, or to help set up on Friday evening at 6 p.m. and take down Saturday at 1 p.m. If you have any questions about Circulation Day, see Kayla. And for the bake sale, see Elaine. Ukulele Monday evenings from 6 to 7 p.m., led by Dondi from Beginners to Experts here in the sanctuary. Bring your ook. Some are available to use. Come learn, play, and share. Thank you, Dondi. Drumming Circle, Tuesday, June 24th from 6:30 to 7:30, led by Clyde here in the sanctuary. Thank you, Clyde. All are welcome. Bring your own drummer shaker. Some are available to use. And for our regular weekly and monthly events, there's a flyer at the small table in the back of the sanctuary. Feel free to grab one on your way out. As you know, it takes a village to run our spiritual center. We appreciate everyone. Unity of Kona depends on the loving hands and hearts of each of us, and we are sincerely asking for your support. Please consider giving just 1 to 4 hours a month of your time. Right now, in addition to financial support, we are in deep need of Sunday greeters, platform assistants, and audiovisual assistants. New sign-up sheets are on the side table at the back of the sanctuary. If you would like to read the Sunday Daily Word, please add your name on that sign-up sheet. The refreshment sign-up sheet is upstairs. Your support is absolutely essential, and we thank you in advance from the bottom of our hearts. Mahalo nui.
Thank you, Patrick. Lots of fun things to get to do. And volunteering is really fun. It helps you, it gives you more purpose in life, and it helps you get to know people better. It's an awesome thing. So consider volunteering. Okay, Sean is going to come. She has volunteered to read the daily word.
Good morning, everybody. Is this your favorite day of the week? Yeah. This is my favorite time of the week when I get to be with all you. So yeah, I love being here. So today's word is guidance. With an open heart and mind, I heed divine guidance. If I'm feeling lost or I do not know which way to turn, I take comfort in knowing I can pray and bring my awareness to my connection with God. Wherever I am on my spiritual journey, I receive divine guidance continually, and it is up to me to heed it. Divine guidance does me little good if I doubt it or I feel too hesitant to act upon it. I commit to remaining open and receptive as I receive my guidance. Even if the call of my heart surprises me, even if I doubt I can do what I'm being called to do, I trust the still small voice within. I affirm I am divinely guided and faith-filled. And the scripture today is Isaiah 58:11. The Lord will guide you continually and satisfy your needs in parched places, and make your bones strong, and you shall be like a watered garden, like a spring of water, whose waters never fail. And let's say this together. With an open heart and mind, I heed divine guidance. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. And now it's time to imagine our room as a big heart. I love this, the heart of love. So just relax, take a deep breath, and visualize our sanctuary as a beautiful heart. Feel the loving energy of those around you flowing in and through you. See that loving energy flowing around every person here in this sanctuary and spreading out to every person, every being on this earth and in this world. And if there are any events or circumstances in your life or anyone you know in need of prayer, see them in the center of this most beautiful, loving heart. As together we say the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. Power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Yes. Okay, the choir is going to come, and we are going to sing In the stillness of my heart on page 11. We have little booklets there in the back of your chair. So look up page 11. And the choir's going to help us sing. Well, Dante and Elaine is
You know-
going to help us sing. Yes.
I have to tell you, you have a small group today, but I have to tell you this story about. I used to go to a Kanakapila group that performed at the Regency, and we had a whole bunch of people playing ukulele, and this one guy, he says, I want to sit next to Gandhi because he knows how to sing. And so he sat next to me, and this guy sang out of key and loud. I mean loud. And everybody loved him. And I told him, well, you sing in your key. That's good. And so don't be afraid to sing out. Everybody, sing as much as you can.
Let me tell you a little bit of something about this. So this song was written by the minister at my Unity Church in Alaska. And so this is her original song. And so you can think about that when you're singing it. In the stillness of my heart, I find my essence. In the stillness of my heart, I find I am. I am not my busy thoughts or my emotions. It's the present moment where I choose to stand. I am not my worries, I am not my fears. I am not a victim, I am not my tears. When I live in the now, I am filled with peace. The past and the future I do release. In the stillness of my heart, I find my essence. In the stillness of my heart, I find I am. I am not my busy thoughts or my emotions. It's the present moment where I choose to stand.
That was lovely. Thank you for bringing that down all the way from Alaska for us. Yeah. Okay, it's now time for our Reverend Sophia to join us. And she has a wonderful message, I'm sure, on speaking truth and realizing wholeness. Sounds good, Reverend Sophia. We're excited.
Aloha. And before I start, I just realized something. We cannot start the metaphysics on this coming Friday. Well, wait a minute. What is this coming Friday? 27. Oh, we can start it. No, we can't. No, we can't. No. We could. Ooh. Uh, what's happening is I'll be getting some tests down in Tucson, Arizona, regarding my care, and I'll be drugged. So I was going to say maybe we should, but they will be doing a procedure during the class time. So obviously, I'm giving myself priority in this case, and I know that you'll forgive me because that's who you are. And by the way, everybody, be well. Stop this sickness. Be well, okay? Okay. All right, let's get started. And we're going to focus a little bit on physical wellness because I keep hearing from people what's going on, and I'll mention it a little bit. How's that? Now we're talking about prayer, and I think in some ways prayer is a misunderstood concept, at least the way unity applies prayer. And I think about how in other traditions, the prayers tend to be supplication. Please, please give me whatever it is that they want. And that's not a very high energy, high vibration way of connecting with what is truly yours. And unity prayer is not about asking, but it's about knowing. It's a transformative tool. It speaks to truth with power and conviction and helps you realize your oneness with the source of all good. That is God. That is universal source. That is whatever you want to call God. I had one person wanted to call God Fred, and I said, fine, go for it. The title is Prayer That Transforms, Speaking Truth, Realizing Wholeness. That's so beautiful because, like I said, unity prayer is not about asking. It's about knowing. It's about aligning yourself with the truth of your being and realizing your oneness with the source of all good. So let's start with a simple affirmation. I'll say it once, then I invite you to repeat it with me. Actually, I'll say the whole thing once and then I'll split it up. How's that? There we go. I speak the truth of my wholeness. I live as the goodness already given. So the first part, repeat after me. I speak the truth of my wholeness. I live as the goodness already given. Ah, yes. In Paul Hasselbeck's book, Heart-Centered Metaphysics, Chapter 8 teaches that prayer in unity is the act of consciously connecting with divine mind. Consciously connecting with divine mind. It's not a request. It's a realization. And we don't pray to get something. We pray to know the truth. And to know the truth that we are already whole, already abundant, already deeply connected to God. And most of you know this. It's what Unity calls affirmative prayer. We affirm what is spiritually true and deny any false belief of lack, limitation, or separation. Jesus hinted at this in texts like the Gospel of Thomas. One version of his teaching says, "Ask without hidden motive and be surrounded by your answer." Okay? Ask without hidden motive and be surrounded by your answer. Be enveloped. Be enveloped by what you desire, that your gladness may be full. Okay? So ask without hidden motive and be surrounded by your answer and be enveloped by what you desire, that your gladness may be full. So that's experiencing what you want to see in your life, experiencing as if it's already happened. And it has actually already happened. It's just that very often we select a different path. So that which could happen doesn't happen because we choose the other path. I hope that makes sense. John 16:23, Jesus says, "Very truly I tell you, my Father will give you whatever you ask in my name." So when we pray in the name or nature of the Christ, it means praying from that divine awareness, not as humans reaching out to God, but as divine beings speaking truth from God. Now remember, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. This is our earth suit. And our souls will continue on when this earth suit decides it no longer suits us. And this isn't about hoping something comes. It's about embodying it now. Now, let me tell you a story that brings this idea to life. Author and spiritual teacher Greg Braden tells the story of moving to northern New Mexico during one of the region's worst droughts. His Native American friend David invited him to witness a prayer ceremony. Now, this drought was longer than anyone, in the tribal memory could remember. And so David, his Native American friend, decided to pray for rain. Well, actually, not for rain. Now, Greg said, yes, absolutely. And went out with Dave about an hour away from Taos, New Mexico. And Greg expected a long traditional ritual with chanting and offerings, maybe even a dance, who knows. But instead, David led him to an old stone circle, took off his shoes, walked barefoot into the center, and stood quietly inside the circle for less than a minute. Then he turned to Greg and he said, "I'm hungry. Let's get lunch." Greg asked, "Is that it? I thought you were going to pray for rain." David smiled and said, "If I pray for rain, I'm acknowledging that it's not here. Instead, I prayed rain." Okay? If I pray for rain, I'm acknowledging that it's not here. Instead, I pray rain. And Greg looked puzzled, so David explained, "I imagined what it felt like to stand in the rain. I felt the water on my skin, smelled the wet earth, and imagined my feet in the mud. I felt gratitude for the rain that was already given." He didn't ask. He felt. He knew. Now, Greg was skeptical, but he's remained silent about his skepticism. And they went to lunch. And a few hours later, the sky grew dark, thunder rumbled, and a torrential rain came down. It rained so hard the ground couldn't hold it. Roads flooded, streams overflowed. Later, Greg asked David, "Can you stop it now?" And David chuckled, but he said, "No, we haven't figured that out yet." Now, this story brings to life what Greg Braden calls the fifth mode of prayer, but it's basically Unity's affirmative prayer in many ways. And Greg calls this the lost mode of prayer. I think unity found it. So it's a feeling based prayer. Okay, a feeling based prayer. And what do we know about feelings? When we feel something strongly, that is the vibration we are sending out, and that is what we are inviting back to us. Correct? To just have an intellectual, and now that's not enough. Need to get the heart into it. And Greg says, feeling is the prayer. And this kind of prayer doesn't ask for something to happen. It creates the experience of it already being real. And as I mentioned before, I mean, we have so many, we have created linear time as a species. It just makes life easier. But the thing is, there's so many different time scenarios that we can choose. And some of them have already happened. It's just that we didn't choose it. So it's gone. But we can choose it. So creating the experience of something already being real, isn't that just claiming something that's already happened? And by the way, with that downpour of rain, Greg later learned that, well, he was watching the evening weather, and there was a front that was going north of New Mexico that was supposed to continue. But after David's prayer, that front came down and made a loop before it continued on. You could call that a miracle. And I call that just breaking through the veil between us and God and claiming what is ours to have and to be. So in Mark 11:24, Jesus says, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Believe that you have received it. Believe it's yours already. That's affirmative prayer. That's feeling the truth of your prayer as already done. You're not praying to fix something broken. You're praying from the realization that in spirit, nothing is missing. In feeling based prayer, your heart and your mind align in the vibration of gratitude, fulfillment, and wholeness. You're not trying to make something happen. You're making space for what already is to reveal itself. When I was in chaplain training, hospital chaplain training, there were 3 of us New Thought ministers, 2 of us Unity and 1 religious science. And then there was a young minister from another denomination. And one day over coffee, the young minister from another denomination, well, let's call him George. How's that? And he was lamenting that he didn't know how to make more time for prayer. He didn't know if he needed to cut back on his sleep or cut back on his exercise, or how could he carve out more time in the morning for prayer? So we went kind of into a fix-it mode, because that's what ministers do sometimes, I guess. And it was, yeah, but nothing was resonating. And finally, I thought to ask, so George, how long do you pray? He goes, oh, at least an hour every day. And the three of us, new thought, enlightened ministers, we looked at each other. Do you pray for an hour? No, do you? And then it came to me, George, what about just taking that hour that you have and spending some of that time? Oh, and I asked him, what kind of prayer? And he said, oh, I talk to God, I talk to God, I talk to God. And I suggested, perhaps if you use the same amount of time and left a space to listen to God, it would transform your prayer experience. Now let's try a mini practice ourselves, okay? Kind of based on Greg Braden's 5th approach to prayer. And then during our meditation time, I'm going to focus on Unity's 5-step prayer process, and I'll talk about that before we're done. And actually, you've been sitting for a while, haven't you? How about if you can stand up for this experience? Okay, and just take a moment now, and if you're comfortable closing your eyes while you're standing, do so, and if not, just go into the zone. Now bring to mind something you've been praying about or wanting in your life. Instead of asking for it, feel what it is like to have it. If you're praying for healing, feel what it's like to be well. Move your body with ease in your imagination. What does it feel like to be whole and healthy? And imagine yourself in that space of wholeness, of health. You are health. Now, if you're praying for peace, feel that peace in your heart like a warm light. If you're praying for abundance, feel the joy and freedom of everything being provided. And let your heart whisper, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because it is already done in spirit. So now that you have named it and experienced it, claim it. Okay, let's sit down again. As I mentioned, Unity has a 5-step prayer process. And just to introduce it now, step 1, relaxation. Quiet the body and mind, breathe deeply, and release tension to prepare for sacred connection. And, this is the time when all the monkey mind is going and all the thoughts. I can do laundry. What was I supposed to do? I was going to call so and so, and I should be going to the market, and all those thoughts that come in. And just to be peaceful and just go back to your breath and release any untoward thoughts. The second is concentration. So relaxation, concentration. This is where you turn within. You focus your awareness on spirit and become clear about your heart's desire. This is where your intention is set, not by asking for something, but by becoming aware of what you're ready to affirm. Paul Hasselbeck explains it this way. In prayer, we concentrate on an idea of truth related to the prayer. For instance, praying about prosperity, the truth idea concentrated on might be abundance. In praying for healing, the truth idea might be life that expresses as wholeness and health. And in a way, holding these thoughts serves as a kind of mantra during meditation. So something as your mind wanders to come back to. So it might be wholeness, it might be abundance. I am abundance. I am whole. I am peace. And then meditation is the third step. And this is where you enter into the silence. And this is what I was suggesting to the Reverend George. Listen for inner guidance and feel your oneness with divine mind. And then realization, step 4. Affirm the truth. Speak from the awareness that wholeness, love, and abundance are already present. And of course, step 5, appreciation. Give thanks. Express gratitude, not for what's coming, but for what already is. Now, every Sunday, you are invited to call Silent Unity and given the information on how to connect. How many, who has ever called Silent Unity? Okay, there are a few hands that aren't up. My invitation to you is from this point on, how did my hand get up? I don't know. My computer is possessed. Anyway, so my invitation is this week, call up Silent Unity. And it is the most peaceful, restful, transformative experience to speak with a prayer associate and have them tune in to the truth of who you are and help you break through that veil between you and God, to get that direct connection. So our prayer, our 5 steps, is the transformation prayer. It's going from words to knowing, from hope to truth. So let's close with our affirmation once more. And I'll say it first and then invite you to say it again. I speak the truth of my wholeness. I live as the goodness already given. So I speak the truth of my wholeness. Together? I live as the goodness already given. Let us remember, prayer is not a wish, it's a witness. It's a sacred act of remembering who we are and what already is. Let your prayer be your knowing. Let your words be truth. And let your heart be the space where transformation begins. So let's take a few minutes now and go into the silence and experience Unity's 5-step prayer process. So as always, I invite you to close your outer eyes so that your inner eyes might more clearly see. And breathe in deeply, breathe in the light and the love that is God, and feel it flowing through your bodies, healing every cell and tissue as it flows through into the earth, taking away any illness, any dis-ease, and allowing Mother Earth to cleanse it. Continue breathing deeply. A wonderful gift of God. Let us relax. Quiet your body and mind. Breathe deeply and release any tension. Now let us turn within. Focus your awareness on spirit and become clear about your heart's desire. Set your intention not by asking for, but by becoming aware of what you're ready to affirm. Let this be your mantra as we enter the silence and listen for that inner guidance and feel your oneness with divine mind. Now affirm the truth. Speak from the awareness that wholeness, love, peace, and abundance are already present. Speak this truth with confidence, with power. And now let us give thanks. We say thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Divine Mind. Thank you, Source, for what already is. Let us take a moment also and pray for world peace. Going to that place of knowing that we are all one. No matter the religion, no matter the nationality, no matter. We are one. And let us, as a powerful, mighty spiritual group, collectively claim peace. Peace and the release of centuries of anger, misunderstanding, and forgetfulness. And now realizing and remembering the truth. We are one. So as we return to this time and this place, let us name it, claim it, and proclaim it. We are peace, we are love. We are the light of the world. And so it is. Amen. Aloha. I will see you in a little over an hour for the spiritual gifts. Yay.
Thank you, Reverend Sophia. Oh, I love that kind of prayer. I love it. I didn't get into it till I was in my 60s. And I tell you, sometimes at night, if I get really into seeing myself the way, I get so excited I can't sleep. So I have to be really careful how excited I get. So I love it. Thank you. Thank you for reminding us. I love that. Okay, it's time to take our offering. We get to give to this fabulous congregation so we can continue our work here. And as the offering is being taken, we're going to sing Wonderful Words of Life, which I grew up singing and singing, but Elaine has changed the words a little bit, so they're new thought. Okay, it's on page 17. Oh, and we got to do our prayer too. I always get ahead of myself. Okay. All right, together we're going to say, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am abundantly prosperous in every way. Okay. Now we're going to sing Wonderful Words of Life.
Sing them over again to me, wonderful words of life. Let me more of their beauty see, wonderful words of life. Words of life and beauty, teach me faith and duty. Beautiful words, wonderful
Okay, we'll say our offering blessing together. Through Spirit, we know that as we give, so shall we. And consecrate these gifts to you, the will, and your work in this center, in our lives, and our community. And so it is. Yes. I love the conviction behind that. Okay, next Sunday, our guest speaker will be Kealoha, and he always brings us some good Hawaiian cultural, spiritual stuff that we love to hear and learn about. And his talk will be called, I Will Greet This Day with Love in My Heart, a bedtime story. So that sounds awesome, doesn't it? Okay, so don't miss that. Bring your friends. Let's fill up these chairs. So we just want to thank you all for coming. We so appreciate that you are here today. And now we're going to join our hearts together as we get in a circle and sing, Let There Be Peace on Earth and Aloha Oi.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony.
Perfect harmony.
Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And now together we'll sing Aloha Oi.
Aloha, oi, aloha, oi, eke ona no ikalipo, one fond embrace, ahoy, aliao, until we meet again.
Have a wonderful week together.
Oli no awi na pono lani o.
Aloha and thank you, everybody.